I'm Carol Fink, naturalist and your guide today. Join me in a spring tour of the Orchard Lake Nature Sanctuary located in Orchard Lake, Michigan. I'll wait for you here, okay?
The Orchard Lake Sanctuary is a 50-acre parcel of land that borders both Orchard Lake and Upper Straits Lakes. The first 35 acres was donated by Harold Ward in 1969 and added to by other donors. It is now owned by the City of Orchard Lake Village and under the stewardship of the Orchard Lake Sanctuary Board. Don't miss the park entrance, located north side of Pontiac Trail, west of the Old Orchard Trail and Pontiac Trail intersection. Look sharp now. There's a small parking lot for cars and bikes. Hours are from dawn to dusk.
Here's just one of the several maps on the grounds that show you all the trails. Stay as long as you want, take a short walk, or just sit and observe. Trails are well maintained and clear. There are benches and other resting sites along the way. No need to hurry. Just stop and enjoy the awakening of the park. Let's start walking. May apples are one of the first wildflowers to show themselves in spring. Here's what they look like now and how a mature plant looks later. They host the most beautiful white flower, but you'll have to look underneath its leaves to find it. They're commonly known as umbrella plants and offer good hiding places for toads, insects, and small mammals. You'll see bird feeders, bluebird boxes, bat houses, and other creature shelters placed all around the park. They're all here to protect and encourage inhabitants of our sanctuary. One day I met up with the flying squirrel in one of our bluebird houses. I don't know who was more surprised.
At first you may wonder about the grounds of the sanctuary. Sometimes Mother Nature seems messy, but it has left that natural state for animals to hide, nest, or feed. We will see well-defined areas, each having a distinct function. We're going to experience 5 different ecosystems here: vernal or pond, hardwoods, evergreens, and prairie.
This is a spring-fed pond and home to much wildlife. There's a symphony of sounds as spring emerges. With a watchful eye through the duckweed, you may just spot a turtle. Stop to look at this invasive plant, which we've been battling for years, garlic mustard. It's one of the most invasive plants in our area. It spreads millions of seeds that inhibit the growth of other plants and trees. The loss of diversity threatens native insects, birds, and butterflies. The best way to control it is to pull it out by its roots just before the plant goes to seed and place it in a plastic bag. There's good news about this garlicly smelling plant, though. It makes excellent garlic mustard pesto. Be careful of the poison ivy. This 3-leaved plant grows on the ground and also travels up trees attached by a reddish-looking hairy vine. The irritating sap runs all through the plant, so keep a watchful eye out. See this beautiful patch of daffodils on the grounds? Most likely they were planted years ago by early homesteaders. Here I am walking through our hardwoods looking at some champion oaks. This wild cherry tree is one of the largest in our park. It's also called the burnt potato chip tree. Can you see why? In the spring, Mother Nature exhibits its beautiful palette of color. Here we see squill, hepatica, forget-me-nots. And here's trillium peeking out through the leaves. Adder's tongue, also known as trout lily, is another beautiful eye-catcher. The bright yellow flowers face downward, and the multicolored leaves resemble a trout swimming in the stream. Both the trout and the flower arrive at the same time. Isn't nature amazing? What a surprise when we come around the corner. Let's take a break on one of these large stones while we look north at Orchard Lake. Off we go, and not far we come across another unexpected sight, a huge Chalet-style pavilion.
The Grace Hurley Flood Nature Chalet was built in honor of his wife by Aubrey C. Flood in 1976. Flood also donated additional land to the sanctuary in 1978. This tile mural was created by students, children, and community members in year 2000. Fencing from the Mary McSherry Ward estate was installed around the chalet, overlooking native wildflowers.
Lots of flowers just budding out. Dutchman breeches, white trillium, red trillium, forget-me-nots, violets, and so many more. This is Bloodroot. At night, the beautiful green leaves wrap around the white flowers as if to protect it. The root stems are filled with a red sap. The Native Americans used this as a dye for decorating fabrics and baskets as seen here. The dye was also used in ceremonies for face painting and decorating their horses. Moving on, we walked through the Evergreens and came upon a red-tailed hawk and a squirrel having a discussion, probably about food or housing. I wonder who won. This beautiful platform deck overlooks Upper Straits Lake. Keep a watchful eye out as you might see blue herons, osprey, and maybe eagles as they fish for food. Skunk cabbage is another very early bloomer. As early as February, you can see the large purplish bulbs poking up through the snow. They flourish in marshy areas and are pollinated by flies. If you crunch a leaf, you'll know why it's called skunk cabbage. P.U. Heading out of the area, we come to the prairie. It appears quiet in the spring, but life is just beginning to prepare for the following seasons. This is what it looks like in the fall. Staff may mow some of the area to protect the prairie status. It's a great habitat for birds, plants, insects, deer, rabbit, fox, and coyote. We've made it back around some of the many trails and are back at the entrance. Here's our mission statement of the Nature Center. It's located in the box nearby. Please follow our guidelines for visiting the park, and just a reminder to leave your pets at home. Join me here for every season at Orchard Lake Nature Sanctuary. What we've been doing is phenology, observational biology.
Thank you for watching. Please support Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society efforts at gwbhs.org. Thank you.